Hello, this is Nick from Breaker Press Games, and this is the Breaker Bulletin for February 18th, 2025. All right, for those of you that are not familiar with the Breaker Bulletin, this is my show where I talk about all the things going on with Breaker Press Games, going over the various Kickstarters and what stage of completion they are in, or whether something new is about to launch, as well as what's going on with my Patreon page and what rewards are coming up, as well as conventions that I'm attending or any in-store appearances that I'm doing, any of that stuff. So if you find this video useful, entertaining, or otherwise exciting, please like, subscribe, comment down below. If you're not a member of my Patreon page, you can become a free member, or if you'd like to support even further, you could become a paid member. All excuse me, all of that information is in the doobly-doo down below. So yeah, let's talk about Breaker Press Games. I just got back from Polar Vortex. That was this weekend. Polar Vortex is a convention in the western suburbs of Chicago. Smaller convention, about 500-600 people. I had a fantastic time. I got to run Wide-Eyed Terror as well as Cleft in the Mangled Hills. I got to see some of the same faces that I played games with last year at Polar Vortex, my first time attending. But in addition, I got to hang out with Corey Welch from Crawl for the Cure, as well as Andy Edmonds, who's another third-party author. He's based in Chicago, Nerdronomicon, and he's done The Sorcerer's Fate, The Sorcerer's Return, and soon to be The Sorcerer's Conundrum. So yeah, it was a good weekend of hanging out with people, running games, and of course slinging Dungeon Crawl Classics at the Goodman Games booth. I'm thankful for all the people that came up and said hello and picked up some stuff. Thank you so much. So that being said, let's talk about the month of January into February. So I believe we left off with I had just gotten back from Midwinter, and so after I got back from Midwinter, I finished Rabid Dogs Volume 2. Sent that to the editor and to the printer, and it is now 93% shipped. In fact, the remaining 7% is specifically because I need to finish the Standard Courier Volume 2. Those are folks that are waiting on the Standard Courier Volume 2, because I ended up launching Standard Courier Volume 2 Kickstarter before Rabid Dogs, and so I thought that it would already be done, but it's not. So that's going to be the next subject. But if you've already received your Standard Courier Volume, or excuse me, your Rabid Dogs Volume 2, please make sure people know about it. Share it on your socials, all that good stuff. Because if you enjoy it and you want to see me continue to put out content like this, please make sure that the world knows. Because then other people will buy it, etc., etc. Also, let me know in the comments if you want to see a Rabid Dogs Volume 3. I've been thinking about what's going to be in Rabid Dogs Volume 3, if there is interest. So, let's talk about the Standard Courier Volume 2. So, when I got back from Polar Vortex this weekend, I, of course, had to do my usual paperwork that I have to do for Goodman Games, and then today I was able to actually dive in and get some work done on the Standard Courier Volume 2. In fact, I finished a 2-page spread about Talana Mare Groomer, the stabler in the town of Standard. Most of the NPCs have a 2-page spread, and so finishing Standard Courier Volume 2 is going to involve me knocking out a few more of these 2-page spreads, and I'm hoping to get one done tomorrow and another done the next day. Basically, I want to have at least 6 to 8 pages done by Friday. So a bunch of these spreads are already started, so I think that I'm going to make some good progress on the Standard Courier Volume 2 this week. I have 10 days left to the month of February. I am hoping to get it done and to the editor by the end of the month. Yeah, fingers crossed. So, what else is going on? Ricardo Gaspar turned in 3 pieces of art for Horrors of the Whispering Wood, 3 new monster portraits. I'm very excited to dive into that after the Standard Courier Volume 2. Yeah, there's plenty of time there. I'm looking forward to really getting a deep dive into that this spring. One of the things that I do have a looming deadline on that is a little less in my control is Ricardo Gaspar is actually working on an alternate cover for Wide-Eyed Terror. Wide-Eyed Terror is one of my earliest adventure zines. It is one of my favorites to run at conventions. I just ran Wide-Eyed Terror and Cleft in the Mangled Hills at the Polar Vortex over the weekend. And yeah, Wide-Eyed Terror, it's a personal favorite of mine, and I am hoping to meet the deadline to have that as part of DCC Day. It will be, instead of in zine format, it will be expanded slightly and be in 8.5 by 11 skinny module format with a color cover. And so Ricardo Gaspar is working on that. He seems excited, sent me some sketches yesterday, and they look great. I'm really excited to get that done. And there will be a slightly expanded standard character creation guide for DCC Day as well, as long as I can meet these deadlines. Goodman Games deadlines are a little harder than me just kind of winging it. So we will, fingers crossed, everyone. So with that being said, what else is going on? Yeah, I think the next most important thing is conventions. So I just finished Polar Vortex. I was hoping to go to CincyCon as an attendee, but with deadlines and health stuff, I think I really need to stay home and focus on stuff. So I was really hoping to hang out with Tyler Stroud and Trevor Stamper and Ed Stanek and all these folks that are all based in Cincinnati, but I think I'm going to have to miss it. So the next convention that you will see me at is GaryCon. Now, GaryCon, I will be working the Goodman Games booth. I don't have any convention games on the books. I missed the deadline, but I am planning on, through the Patreon page, trying to wrangle some folks for some off-the-books games after the Goodman Games booth closes. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be on the Patreon page. Additionally, after GaryCon, the next thing I've got coming up after that, I think, is DaveCon. DaveCon is in Minneapolis. It is a smaller convention, but it punches way above its weight. I had a fantastic time last year. It is definitely a convention populated with a lot of diehards that are very excited about the OSR as well as games like Dungeon Crawl Classics. I highly recommend that if you are in the Minneapolis area that you attend, or even better, sign up to run a game and share your favorite game, or that game that you've been meaning to get off the shelf and in front of some people. Sign up, go do that. And additionally, after that, you will see me at Origins, and Dave from Smuggler's Coffee just reached out about me coming and doing an in-store at Smuggler's Coffee, possibly in April. So lots of stuff coming up, but all of that stuff is hopefully after Standard Courier is done and out. So yeah, that is what is going on with Breaker Press Games. I hope you found that informative. And yeah, expect some, hopefully we can see a couple of videos pop up soon. I've been really light on the videos because I've just had other things that I've had to focus on. So all that being said, thank you for supporting indie games and indie game designers. This is Nick from Breaker Press Games, signing off.